baby. You know what time it is, dog. It's time for them, these weird ass movies. I swear to God, whatever. This time, we'll kick it over to the UK, bruv. Movie called Eden Lake, was got young Magneto and Beth from Yellowstone. I don't know their real names. And as always, I don't remember the names from the fucking movie. So Beth and Magneto, let's get it. So these two lovebird motherfuckers are like, hey, let's go on vacation. They call it holiday, I guess. So it's like, okay, let's go. So they're in the car and they're riding or whatever. They're going to a place called Eden Lake. Take a little R&R with society, you hear me? So they stop off to get something to eat. This is totally unrelated to the movie, but it was fucking funny as shit. They stop off at some little diner to get something to eat, and this kid in the diner's being a little asshole, and the mom's telling him like, stop being a little asshole, innit? And he's like, you don't tell you. He's just screaming his ass off, so she pops him right across the fucking face. It was amazing. Fuck them kids. So they get to Eden Lake, and they're all hanging out and relaxing and shit, and whatnots and shit and things and stuff, and they're at the little lake. Is an actual lake. You know, like how places called Lake and Point and Place and all this other shit. So they're at the lake and they're hanging out. And you know how when you know somebody's a good fucking actor or actress when you see them in something and you're like, this bitch is cutthroat. Holy fuck. But then you see them in something else and you're like, there's no fucking way that's that same bitch. Ain't no way. What? So Beth is all soft spoken and cutesy and timid and shit, but in Yellowstone, this bitch she's a savage, you hear me? That bitch is a beast. So they're hanging out, they walk through the woods to get to the lake, and they see some little Indian kid drawing or whatever the fuck, and he's all awkward looking and weird and Indian. Just fuck, I don't know. So they're hanging out, and then they start sunbathing, and Beth falls asleep, and then she wakes up, and there's like this big ass Rottweiler in her face, because these little asshole kids, these little motherfucking hoodlums are terrorizing the Indian boy and run him off, and then they come back and there's loud ass music and being little fuck faces and whatnot. So Magneto comes over, he's like, hey dog, turn your music down. And the little asshole kid is like, make me. And the whole time they're over there purring on Beth and like looking at her in her bikini through binoculars and shit. I can see why. But she's like, oh my God. So she starts to cover her up and she feels all uncomfortable and whatnot. And they just ruin it for everybody. What the fuck? Bitch ass kids. So that night, Beth and Magneto are off in the little tent doing whatever. They're hanging out. And then these little bitch ass kids like fucking steal his car. And he's like, what the fuck? Earlier in the day, they like vandalized his shit. That night, they came back and just took that motherfucker. So he's walking through the woods and he finds him and he's like, give me my shit. Where's my fucking car, you little bitches? And then the kids are like, oh, what car? Blah, 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 blah. So then the dog starts barking because they're all fighting and arguing and whatnot. And then somebody pulls out a knife to stab Magneto. And he's like, no, bitch, you won't stab me, bitch. And instead, they stab the dog. I mean, it's sad, but wow. So in typical asshole fashion, it's not his fault that he pulled out the knife to stab Magneto. It's Magneto's fault that his dog got stabbed because he pulled out the knife to stab Magneto. He's like, you just stuck my dog, bro. Oh my God. I fucking love the UK. So now they're fighting, and then Magneto and Beth get in their car, and he's like riding, trying to get away, but the shit's stuck. So they're like smashing up his windshield and smash out the headlights and beating on the windows and shit. So he finally gets unstuck and he's just like driving balls to the wall through the woods, but he can't see shit because his little fuck faces smash out the headlights. And then he slams into a tree and he's like, oh, bitch. That hurt, bitch. Now my man's stuck in the fucking SUV, his little Jeep Wrangler or whatever the fuck it was. He's stuck in his Jeep and he's telling Beth, run, bitch. Go. So she gets out and then she hides. And they come and they find him and they yank his ass out the fucking Jeep and they beat the shit out of him and then tie him to this little tree stump, like they wrapped this motherfucker in barbed wire, tied to a tree stump. And they're like, no, you're gonna pay, bruv. You kill my dog. What the fuck? That was so bad. Now he's all beat up and Beth is trying to get away so she can get a signal to call 999 because that's their version of 911. Read a book, bitches. And so she's like supposed to be running away, but she's watching them torture her old boy because, she can't leave him because she's all sweet and loving and caring and she's so fucking cute. She finally calls 999 when she gets a signal. But one of the little assholes, let's call it the little head asshole in charge, head little bitch in charge, HLBIC, had got his phone Bluetoothed to Magneto's phone. So when she calls 999, his phone starts ringing. He's like, she's in the area. She's running somewhere. So he's like, Beth, run! But he didn't say Beth because that's not her name in the movie. So she gets up, they see her, she takes off running. I'm like, bitch, why you stand up and stand there long enough for them to fucking see you? Fuck. So now she's on the run, and Magneto finds a way to fucking get loose. So he goes one way, and then she goes the other way, and she's running through the woods, and then she steps on like this big ass spike looking thing, and it goes through her foot halfway. So she has to like, she has to press her foot against a tree to push the spike all the way through her foot so she can pull it out. She finds a place to hide. And Magneto, she's running through the woods, and Magneto almost takes her fucking head off with her axe because he didn't know it was her. So then they find a place to hide. He's all beat up. And he's like, I'm losing a lot of blood, bitch. I'm in pain, bitch. I might die, bitch. And the little junior sons of bitches follow him, and they find this little cottage or whatever the fuck in the woods. So they're in there, and asshole are like outside, like, where'd they go, bro? Like, find this bitch. I mean, I don't know why I keep doing that. They're inside. All the assholes are outside. But then they find a way to get underneath the shit, and they're like in the water underneath the little, well, I don't know if it was a cottage or like a dock pier type deal. I don't fucking know. They're just underneath the motherfucker. And they're like, where'd they go? Oh, she can't be too far from the area, bro. I'm never going to stop doing that. And so they're getting ready to look for these hoes again, and then one of the assholes' foot goes through the floorboard and almost kicks Beth in the face. And she's like, shut up, Magneto, because he's like bleeding out, and she's got her hand over his mouth so he don't like, oh, bitch, I'm dying, bitch. Oh. So they dip out, and he's like, look, bitch, I ain't gonna make it, bitch. You gotta get to the road and get safe, bitch. I love you, bitch. And she's like, I love you too, bitch. I'll be back. So she's running off. She leaves Magneto, and I don't know. I don't fucking know. So she runs off, and she's like doing her thing, trying to get away and whatnot. And then she takes out one of the little sons of bitches, and then these fucking kids are little assholes, man. She's like fucking, she gets caught again, and then they tie her up. This time, her and Magneto is tied to a tree. And he's like fucking, he's dead now. This motherfucker done bled out. But just to send the message, hey, we got this motherfucker. And you stuck with this motherfucker, even though he dead. So now they're like pouring gasoline on her. Set this bitch ablaze, bruv. We can't let them live because they're going to go back and tell the cops. Can't tell the popos, bruv. We're going to go to jail, ain't it? This is half the fucking video. So they set the fucking tree on fire, and then like Magneto's dead. They just burn his ass up. So Beth manages to get loose again, and she takes off running, and then she goes off and she finds like some little space in the woods, and they're chasing her. And I don't know, like, is it supposed to be like a trash can? It's supposed to be a national, I guess we call it a national park. They're in the woods. It's like a big, like a mini dumpster, but when you open it up and look inside in the movie, it's just like trash and shit and bile, and basically it's like all the shit they get off the ground off of Bourbon Street the night after Mardi Gras, and they just dumped it into a fucking dumpster. Well, she had to jump into that bitch to hide from these little motherfuckers. So they come, and they don't find her. And then they leave, and she jumps out, and she's like, oh, blood. So she's like wiping off the Dookie Butters, or wherever the fuck it is, and she finds a piece of glass on the ground. She wraps cloth around it. There was one kid who was hesitant on, like, you know, he's like, hey, we shouldn't be doing this shit. Let's just fucking leave. And they're like, shut the fuck up, bro. They've seen too much. They're going to go and call the cops. And granted, these are all white kids, even though I'm doing that accent. So anyway, so the one kid who was like, actually, hey, bitch, I could help you. She sees this reflection in the little shit she's looking, and she turns around, right in the motherfucking neck. And he's like, so she's like, oh, I just killed this little bitch. Well, life goes on. Not his, though. So she's making her way through the woods, and the sun goes down, and there's a car, coincidentally, on the road, almost runs her ass over. She's like, stop, I need help, bitch. I'm bleeding. I'm tired. You need to help me. The dude's like, what the fuck are you doing out here? I'm not gonna do the accent. I lie. He's like, what are you doing out here, love? Oh, shit, that was so bad. He's like, I'm looking for my little brother. He should have been his ass home, but we can't find him. Turns out, I'm guessing the little brother's the motherfucker she shot shanked in the throat. So he's like, we need to turn around. We need to get the fuck out of here. He's like, when I find my brother, then we'll leave. And she's like, fuck you and your brother. So he gets out the car. She sees that he's, he knows these little sons of bitches. She jumps in the driver's seat, steals this motherfucker's car, heads out. She's driving down the road, ends up hitting one of the little kids. Oh, fuck them. They had it coming. Hits this little bitch. She bumps off the windshield. She's dead. DED. Oh, yeah. Ain't no coming back from that. She gets a few miles or wherever away, and then she ditches the car. She finds a house, and they're having a house party. She goes in the backyard, and everybody's like, what the? Like, it's one of those moments in the movies where, like, everybody's all joyous and jovial, and the music's playing, and then you see this C-cup white lady with red hair covered in blood and cuts and doo-doo butter, and you're like, where the fuck you come from? She passes out, but then she wakes up on the couch, and they're like wiping all the bourbon juice off of her face, and it's like, you're okay, love. I'll butcher that last one. I don't give a fuck. So she's like, I need the police, bitch. They killed my boyfriend, bitch. Magneto's motherfucking dead, bitch. I need to get the fuck out of here, bitch. And the lady's like, it's okay. You're all right. And then the kid, she's like looking around the house, and she's like, something's up. Something don't feel right. I gotta get out this bitch. It turns out the little HLBIC, hit little bitch in charge, bitch, is his house. What the fuck? So now she's like, I don't feel good. I feel sick. I gotta get out of here. You bitches need to leave me alone. Let me go. And then she goes in the bathroom and finds like the old switchblade that they used to shave your face with, like at your grandpa's barbershop. The straight edge razor. That's what it's called? That's what it's called. Is that what it's called? So little bitch in charge daddy, he busts in the bathroom and he's like, come here, bitch. And then the mom's like, you killed my baby, bitch. And then little bitch in charge goes in his room because the dad just like cold cocked his motherfucking ass for being a little bitch because he's a little bitch. So in the background, you can hear Beth screaming and fighting for her life, and little bitch in charge is in his room with a fucking busted open forehead, wearing some sunglasses that he stole from Magneto's truck. And he's like, I don't understand the relevance of that, but that's how it happened in the movie. Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Either ways, if you liked it, so you better have fucking liked it. Go watch. What did I say? What is this shit called? Eden Lake? Yeah, that's what I said. It's Eden Lake. It's right there. Go watch Eden Lake. It's on Pluto. It's on some other shit somewhere. Look it up, motherfuckers. Just Google it. I don't know. Either way, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell all these bitches that we need more likes and views and subscribers. So fuck, help. Deuces.